grab your favorite snack. You know, it could be some chips, some popcorn, some brownies, whatever it is, just grab it.
Okay, here we go.
Oh no! Come on! Oh no! Oh, that counts.
There you go.
3!
Come on, Trevor.
4! See you later, Trevor! What?
Here we go. So the people can see. Yeah!
Oh. 3! 4! See you later! Oh my God! I really...
Yes! Thank you, Abigail, for playing. Great
You're
job.
welcome. Oh no. Oh no.
1,
Oh God.
2,
1, 2,
3,
3!
4.
No, you did it!
Here we go. You ready? Oh, no. Yeah.
Oh.
Students, Nick here. What y'all just saw was a recap of last week's Throwdown Thursday. It happens every Thursday at 4 p.m. I got to host it this past week. I just want to say I had a great time. I only lost like once. Shout out Nathan Alvarez for actually being the one to take me down. But it was a great time. And Laura is going to tell us about what we're going to be playing this upcoming Thursday. Laura, what do we got?
Yeah, so I get to host Throwdown Thursday tomorrow, and I'm so excited to get to play some games with you guys. And tomorrow's game is speed trivia. So it's exactly what it sounds like, trivia, and you got to answer the questions super fast. And we're going to give each contestant 45 seconds to answer 5 questions correctly. And if you get 5 questions correct in that amount of time, great, you're the winner, you're awesome, high five. But if you don't, then you get to take some lovely peanut butter bread and peanut butter. Hopefully we all have that in our home, unless you got an allergy, and that can
Topping, I guess you can use jelly or mustard.
Yeah. Anything that just you wouldn't want on your face. You know, we need a good punishment for if you mess up.
Sure.
So I've got some Jif. Comment your favorite peanut butter in the comments.
HEB myself, but whatever.
No, okay. So I got some peanut butter bread, and if you mess up, you gotta smack. I almost just did it to myself just now. You gotta smack some bread with some peanut butter on your face as the loser.
Well, I say we show them. Let's show them what we got here. So I think you got the questions first. I'll go first, and then we'll see how this goes. So if I get the questions, all 5 questions right in 45 seconds, Laura has to hit the bread on her face, and vice versa. If I don't get all the 5 questions correct in the 45-second time, then I have to do it. So, Laura, you ready?
I'm ready. You got the timer?
Let's see. Let's pop it open. All right. Let me know when.
All right. Ready, set, go.
All right. Here we go.
Who was the second president of the United States?
John Adams.
Who won the Super Bowl this past year?
Oh my gosh. Is it? Oh no. Is it? No, it's the Chiefs.
Oh my gosh, yes, the Chiefs. Okay, on the periodic table of elements, what is the symbol for potassium?
Fe.
Ooh, not right, but we'll keep going. You got 2 right. Name the largest organ in the body.
Skin.
Got it. What is the fastest land animal in the world?
Cheetah. Come on, I have 5 seconds.
What type of fish is Nemo in Finding Nemo?
A goldfish.
Ooh, no. How many Great Lakes are there?
Dang it. Okay.
It's over. Yeah, smear it around. Get it in the beard.
No way. Oh, pretty good though. You're up next.
I'm ready.
All right. On your marks. Get set. Go. Here we go. 4th planet from the sun.
Mars.
Okay. Drake's new song, famous on TikTok. Drake's new song, famous on TikTok.
Is it the Kiki Do You Love Me?
Come on. You want to skip?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. This is the new documentary on ESPN about Michael Jordan.
Oh, crap. It's, skip. I don't know what it's called.
Okay. Who is the senior pastor of our church?
Dr. Ed Young.
What is the address of our church?
It's on 1463.
What's the address?
I don't know. Skip.
What is 5 times 9?
45.
And you were out of time. And according to my calculations, you did not.
Oh.
5 correct. So Laura.
I've been here for like 2 months. I don't know our address. But I've got my bread. I'll take my punishment.
Boom. There it is. Perfect. Guys, thank y'all for joining us. It was fun. Join us tomorrow at 4 p.m. Throwdown Thursday with Laura. See y'all there.
Hey guys, my name's Brett.
Hi, I'm Megan Chapman and I'm in 6th grade.
Hey y'all, my name is Hannah Ivy.
Hey everybody, it's Seth.
I'm a senior at Tompkins High School.
And I'm a junior at Sneaker Ranch High School.
I go to Wood Creek Junior High.
Philippians 4:4. Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again. Rejoice.
Job 22:27. It says that you will pray to him and he will hear you.
Let us hold on to the confession of our hope without wavering, since he who promised is faithful. And let us watch out for one another to provoke love and good works.
Psalm 46:1 says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble.
During this time, I think the Lord has shown me that He is present in all situations.
He is listening to our prayers and that he will answer them in his own time.
God is there for whatever you need and just somebody to talk to if you need somebody to talk to.
By spending time in the Word, in prayer, and in song, we can find a joy that is like no other.
Cling to the Lord because he's good and he knew this was going to happen. And even though we're surprised by this new season, that he wasn't. He was expecting it.
Come to him and put all of our cares on him because he loves us.
Hopefully we'll be back to see each other soon.
Hope to see you soon.
Hey everyone, welcome to Late Night Live. I'm here with our guest, Brett Hystad. Brett, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. It's my anniversary with my wife.
Oh my gosh.
So it's a great day. 7 years on to year 8. So
That's a long
it's a good
time.
day.
Congrats. Any advice for all these youngins?
Marry your best friend.
So sweet. So today we're going to play a little fun game as we answer some fun questions in between just for our wonderful viewers. And so for those of you watching, we have 2 cups here. And since Brett likes to sing, we have popular artists and we have popular songs. And so he must sing the popular song like the artist. You ready?
Sure, let's go for it.
All right, let's get cracking and rolling. So far we have Mariah Carey
Oh my gosh.
and The Get Up.
The Get Up?
Yeah, like the Blanco Brown, The Get Up.
Dude, I don't even know what that song is.
Okay, it's okay. We'll move on. So I think everyone knows by now you're a singer. So when did you really get into
I've been singing my whole life, and then my first instrument was actually drums, and then I got my first drum set when I was 7, and then fast forward, I started like playing in the worship band when I was in junior high. I played drums. I didn't start leading worship until my junior year of high school, really, and I picked up the guitar at the end of middle school. So I would just play Chris Tomlin songs in our computer room, and I was terrible. I was terrible. I've been doing some sort of music like my whole life.
Okay, we have Luke Combs.
Never heard of that person.
You know what? Just throw it out. It's fine. You know Keith Urban?
Yeah, I know Keith Urban.
Okay, Keith Urban, Oops, I Did It Again. You know that song?
Yep. Oh yeah, Brittany, come on. Keith Urban doing Oops, I Did It Again. Oops, I did it again. I played with your heart. Got lost in the game.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Britney Spears, my girl, man. She's my girl. All right, so you have children at home, and
I do.
they're super cute. So what would you say is the best part about spending time with your children?
Having children makes you so sorry for all of the times that you were such a punk to your family. No, they're awesome. It's so much fun. And yes, it's hard. Parenting is hard. Honestly, the last couple of days have been hard. My son was crazy the past few days. In fact, they're going nuts upstairs right now, but it's the best thing in the world. It really is. It's hard, but it's the greatest thing in the world.
Taylor Swift, the greatest show.
Yeah, let's turn it around. Let's let you do one. Come on.
Oh no! I did not expect that. 22. I feel like it's the same. This is the greatest show. That's all. I don't know the other parts. I haven't even seen the movie, so I just know that song, and all I know is this is the greatest show.
You haven't seen that movie?
I have not.
You're lying.
No, I promise. I just watched Lion King like 3 years ago, probably.
Wait, the OG?
Mm-hmm. That new movie that came out with Will Smith as the genie.
Aladdin?
I haven't seen Aladdin. But I had a great childhood, just for anyone out there. I had a great childhood. I promise. Any words of wisdom to these students watching? Middle schoolers, high school students? Any encouraging word you have for them?
Yeah, I just feel like the Lord is trying to continue to remind me, just set your mind on things that are right. And that sounds really nice to say in theory, and it's easy to say, but all of us have this big space right now that used to be filled with a lot of stuff. And I think you'll hear like a lot of people talk about mental health right now, which I think is pertinent more than ever. And but I go back to every morning that you wake up, you have reason to be frustrated. You have reason to feel like you've been slighted. You have reason to feel like I'm missing out. I'm missing out on my school year. I'm missing out on my friends. I'm missing out on my sports season. I'm missing out on all this stuff. And I would just encourage you guys to don't let the enemy get any foothold of letting you be bitter and be frustrated, because that will go way farther than you intended it to be. And so just set your mind on the things of the Lord and choose joy. That sounds really churchy, but when you wake up in the morning, you just have to be intentional. You have to choose that. I'm not saying choose happiness. That's different. Choosing joy means whatever is going to happen today, I am going to trust the Lord, and I'm going to choose to how I react to things and how I act. I'm going to hopefully point people to Jesus. So, hopefully that makes sense. That's just something that I feel like the Lord has been trying to remind me of during this whole thing, is just choose joy, choose patience, choose patience is a big one.
Yeah,
because
sure.
there have been several days with my kids where it's been really frustrating. 2 days ago was I literally, we put our kids down and I slumped down on the couch, and I was exhausted, and there's just been these few moments where the Holy Spirit's been like, I know today was hard, but I'm giving you this time with your kids, and this is invaluable, so don't waste it. So, man, I just encourage you guys to the Lord wants to do something in all of our lives. For each of us, it looks different, and you gotta wake up every day, do something instructive with your day. don't do nothing, but man, choose joy, choose patience, choose grace and mercy, and all those things. And so hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that hits somebody that's personally where I've been. So
Yeah, awesome. It's a good word. Well, thank you for tuning in with us tonight, and thank you for your time. And hopefully we'll see you soon back in church.
peace.
Bye.
Tonight, I have the privilege to bring the word for you guys. And so the question that we're going to kind of hone in on tonight is, what will be different? Zach, once quarantine's over, once COVID-19 is finally ceased, what will be different? I've heard this question time and time again from myself. I've heard this question time and time again from public, from news articles, from everything, is what will be different? And I think to answer this question, we've got to look into the Word and see what God tells us, right? So tonight we're going to be in the book of Job, chapter 1, and we're going to start in verse 15. Most of y'all know the story of Job, but if you don't, basically Satan goes to God and says, God, the only reason that Job follows you is because you've given him everything. He's wealthy, he's got a family, and so God's like, okay, well then fine, we'll tempt him and we'll see just how much of a follower he is for me. So in verse 15, chapter 1, it says this: And the Sabeans fell upon them and took them and struck down the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you. So a servant comes back to Job and is like, hey, look, the Sabeans came and they've killed every single one of your servants. And so Job's like, okay, well, that's kind of awful, right? Coronavirus isn't that bad yet. And so in verse 16, it says this: While he was yet speaking, the guy coming to tell Job, there came another and said, the fire of God fell from heaven and burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I alone have escaped to tell you. So now Job's lost his servants, he's lost sheep. In verse 17, while he was yet speaking, there came another, and he said, the Chaldeans formed 3 groups and made a raid on the camels and took them and struck down the servants with the edge of the sword, and I alone have escaped to tell you. So he's lost his servants, he's lost his sheep, he's lost his camels. And in verse 19 he says, and behold, a great wind came across the wilderness and struck the 4 corners of the house. And it fell upon the young people, and they are dead, and I alone have escaped to tell you. So now Job has lost every single one of his kids because a strong wind came in and took down the house on top of them. So Job has lost literally everything. Now, not to make light of Corona, because obviously it's a big deal, but I look around the world and we haven't lost everything yet. We've lost jobs. Maybe we've lost a loved one, and that is extremely serious, and for that we grieve together. But I don't think that this is where it ends, right? It didn't end for Job, and I don't think it's going to end for us, because in verse 20 and 21 it says this: Then Job arose, tore his robe and shaved his head, and fell on the ground and worshipped. He said, naked I came from my mother's womb, naked I shall return. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job did not sin or charge God with wrong. You see, so to answer the question, what will be different? My hope and my prayer is that you will be different. My hope and my prayer is that I will be different, that you will change, that I will change. We don't just get out of quarantine and go right back into the same old things that we're doing in our life, right? Step right back into the same sin path. But that we will step out of quarantine, right? Once we finally get free and we change our trajectory, right? We look at God as our source of fulfillment. We look at God as our source of joy. We look at God as who we want to pursue. So how can we look different? Well, for one, we can, in this time, hopefully you've taken this time of quarantine to study the Word a little bit more than maybe you have, because I know in conversations I have with some of you guys, is, man, Zach, I just don't have the time with school and with sports and with family activities and all this stuff going on. I just don't have time. And so now, with all the time literally in the grasp of our hands, hopefully you've dived into the Word more and become stronger in your relationship with Jesus Christ. You see, hopefully the change that we are when we step out of quarantine is that when people look at us, it's a direct reflection of Jesus Christ, right? When people see us, they can feel love. When people see us, they can know that something is different about that person, and it's because they have Jesus Christ living inside of them. Why is this person happy outside of quarantine when everything was just literally in shambles. So the challenge for you guys is simply to not get out of quarantine and continue down your same old walk. To not get out of quarantine and be the same person that you were, but to get out of quarantine, to get past this COVID-19, and for us to be the change, for us to be different.
Man, what a great challenge from Zach today. Answering the question of, will we be different? After all this is said and done, will we be different for the honor and glory of God? And I know I speak for the rest of the staff when I say this, is that we want to walk with you. As you venture and journey to be different for God, we want to help you out with that. So if you have any questions, seriously, either questions about a relationship with Jesus or questions about baptism or joining the church or whatever your question might be, we want to help you out with that. So in the description on this video, there is a link, a form site link. And if you have any questions whatsoever, we'd love for you to click that, and one of us will be happy to reach out to you and help you out.
Just one word, you calm the storm that surrounds me. Just one word, the darkness has to retreat. Just one touch, I feel the presence of heaven. Just one touch, my eyes were open to see. My heart can't help but believe. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. Just one word, you heal what's broken inside me. Just one word, and you revive every dream. Just one touch, I feel the power of heaven. Just one touch, my eyes were open to see. My heart can't help but believe. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can do. There's nothing that our God can do. There's not a prison wall He can't break through. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can do. Oh. I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. Let faith arise, let all agree. There's no power like the power of Jesus. I will believe for greater things. There's no power like the power of Jesus. Let faith arise, let all agree. There's no power like His power. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a mountain that He can move. Oh, praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's nothing that our God can't do. There's not a prison wall He can't break through. Praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do. praise the name that makes a way. There's nothing that our God can't do.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you guys had an incredible time hanging out with us. Hey, like Zach said a little bit earlier, if you have questions about our ministry, if you have questions about baptism or what it means to have a relationship with Jesus, we would love to know about it. You're going to see directly below, you see where it says Late Night Live with special guests. You're going to want to click on that, and then it's going to pull down a description, and in that description it says, have a question, click here. All you have to do is click on that form site, fill it out real quick, and that will come directly to us, and we will be in contact with you the next day. Man, I hope that you guys had a great time. Once again, thanks for joining us right now. Come hang out with us on Instagram Live. We'll see you there.